Once we add an Amazon or eBay account to our Baselinker account, we can go into the settings of these marketplace accounts. They will be located on the left-hand side of our panel labeled eBay and Amazon. Let's start with eBay. When selecting eBay, let's go into Settings first. In Settings, we will find a few tabs. In the first one, you will find the exact same settings as in the integration settings. The second one covers parameters and gallery. The first option we need to make a decision on is what should happen in a situation when we want to relist our original offer. Do we want the parameters we selected when creating the original listing to be selected again from the previous listing as higher priority? We can also choose, as the higher priority, for the parameters to be matched by defined rules instead. Previous parameters will become a lesser priority then. Or we can match by defined rules only. Then we choose if we want to expand the parameters immediately when listing the auction and if we want to display mandatory parameters only. The order of images in the gallery. Do we want to arrange them as they are in the warehouse? Do we want to reverse this order? Or maybe we want to start the gallery with image number 2, image number 3, etc., etc. Next, we decide if we want to display all of the images. Do we want to display just the last image, only the first 2 images, and so on? Do we want to include spaces in the gallery? We can also change these settings when it comes to the variants. In the next section, we can edit the calculation of the number of items to be listed. Here we can change the maximum number of items which will be added to the listing in the first as well as the consecutive listings. Then, we have the relisting settings, where we can reset certain things. For example, we can use the most current description, price, or image from the catalog, even if before, when creating the first listing, you changed this information. Here, we can simply reset this. At the end, we can add a tag to the auction listing name, a tag which is available in the Baselinker system. A tag will overwrite information, add information to our auction's name. It can be, for example, a manufacturer, the SKU number, or any additional info. In further eBay settings, we have the so-called categories and parameters. Now, for every region of eBay, we have to select the parameters we'll use to create our listings. To add a category, all you need to do is simply click on any category. Select here your chosen category, and if it shows up on the right, it means it's been added and we can now list items within this category on eBay. We'll discuss eBay association parameters in the next lesson. However, you do need to remember that we need to execute this action right here separately for every single eBay region. We add shipping cost templates directly in the Marketplace account. Then we have to click Refresh Shipping Templates button so that it shows up in here, and we can use it to create a new eBay listing. Clicking on the New Shipping Template button will result in redirecting us to our eBay account. The next tab in eBay settings is Offer Templates. In order to place new listings through the Baselinker system, you need to create an auction template. In order to create it for our eBay account, we need to click on New Template. Choose which eBay region this template should be available to. Type in the template name, for example, 2. Then we can, first of all, use our own HTML code, or alternatively, we can add tags available on the left-hand side, such as auction name or description. Entering our tags in this manner into this space, the auction name will appear first, followed by the description, which will be downloaded from the Baselinker warehouse system. We save our template, and now this template becomes available to use. We can set this template to be the default template for each new auction. To do this, we need to go to the Integrations tab, then eBay, and then in the Offer Settings tab, we need to set the default auction template for each available region separately. This way, we won't need to choose a template every time we list a new auction. Before we list a new auction, we can create the so-called associations, which means we can connect the categories we have in our Baselinker storage or any other storage we might have, like an eShop or something else with the categories we have available in eBay. If we choose the Baselinker storage, in which we only have the one category, we can link this category with the category we have just added to our eBay account. Here we can also choose the default template, as well as a default shipping template, as long as we have downloaded it already into the Baselinker system. This is in place here, so there is no need to select the category, the template, and the shipping template every single time we want to create a new listing. Let's see what these settings look like in our Amazon account. Let's go to Amazon on the left-hand side and choose Settings. As you can see, we have the exact same tabs here. So, we have the listing settings. These don't differ at all from the ones we had in our eBay account. We also have the Calculating the Amount to be Listed tab. Here we have less options, as we can only enter the maximum quantities. We also have Product Data Processing, where we can change the name of the auction by selecting the relevant tags here. When it comes to settings, we can define, amongst others, the condition parameter, which was not available in eBay. We can choose how this parameter should be filled out. For example, new, used, very good, good, and so on. We choose the order of the images, how many of these images from the warehouse we want to list, as well as if we want to include spaces in the gallery. The next setting, a similar setting, will be the shipping template. Here we also add this in the Amazon account. Then we have categories and parameters. Here, for every Amazon account region separately, we need to choose the parameters by choosing the relevant parameter in selected categories and ticking it so that it appears here on the right-hand side. Amazon parameters, the product parameters we will also discuss in the next video. Associations is another part that is identical to its counterpart in eBay. Here we select our storage, for example the Baselinker inventory, and connect the category we have in this Baselinker storage with a category set up in Amazon. We can also link the shipping template and product type. Note that when it comes to Amazon, we don't have an offer template.